Okay, so I think that I've just about got this little thing figured out, this little Hangouts thing. So basically, right now, it's it's um, it's recording, but it's also recording live. So if you're tuning in right now on the YouTube, you're watching this in real time. I think that's what it means. And I think you can even set it up to where like people can ask questions and stuff, that's a little too fancy for me. So I haven't figured that part of it out yet. It's Monday. It's Monday. I'm not even sure what the date is. Um, I am fixing to go to the Knott County because I have to go to the doctor to get my thyroids checked. And as most of you know, my coffee cup is empty. As most of you know, I am what you could consider pretty anti-doctor. And that is not anything against any of my doctor friends because I love you all dearly. However, I don't like to go to the doctor. Nuh-uh. Not a fan of it. But lately I have been very tired about it. And the last checkup I had, she wanted to do the blood works, but I had to get to work. So I didn't have time for all that. And every time I've tried to make an appointment, it would snow and the clinic would be closed. And it was just a very hit or miss kind of deal. So Friday, I think it was, May threatened me with bodily injury and harm if I didn't reschedule the appointment. So I did. So, May, if you're watching this, I hope you're happy that I'm going to go to the doctor and get my thyroids checked. So, and then I'm going to go have lunch with that whore Melanie. I kind of hate to be seen in public with her because you know what they say, that whole guilt by association thing. But I hope everybody knows me well enough to know that I'm not a prostitute. I'm a stripper, but not a prostitute. So, I had a little too much sodium last night, as evidenced by the Cabbage Patch-esque quality of my face, but that's okay. Nothing that a couple gallons of water can't fix. And you know what? Speaking of gallons of water, so everyone who knows about my little, diet journey, weight loss journey, whatever, knows that for the longest time, I was a big advocate for you must drink the water. You must have all the water. Half your body weight in ounces, the water. Well, guess what? You don't have to drink that much water. That's insane. And I'm not just saying that because I'm just saying it. I'm saying that because I did a little research. And apparently, the only water that you need is basically to replenish what your body loses in a day, which is not, honey, unless you're out in Calcutta in the middle of July chopping wood, you ain't going to sweat enough to have, a gallon and a half of water a day. The information that I read, which came from a doctor, BTW, was a couple of liters. That's it. More if, you're a sweaty bastard. But other than that, no. You don't have to sit there, honey, and drown. So, yeah. Because let's be honest, it's a very daunting task to drink that much water. Hello? So just drink a couple of liters of water a day and you'll be fine. Well, I'm glad I was, because that was just smeared to hell wouldn't have it. So anyway, I posted a video this morning of yet another incident in a school where some kid started acting like an asshole, and the teacher kind of had to, you know, step in, and I mean, he was fighting with the teacher. And of course, these people, honey, losing their minds, all this other hoopla, talking about, oh, the parents are going to try to get this teacher fired for, putting his hands on this kid. Okay. And there had to have been at least 5 different kids videotaping that. So here's the thing, y'all. First and foremost, cameras and phones should not be allowed in the classroom. They just shouldn't. Point blank, period. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are. I don't care if your little precious needs to have their phone to get in touch with you. Well, you know what? They can have it back after class. But while they're in the classroom, supposed to be learning, honey, they don't need to be on no damn phone. And they certainly don't need to be able to whip it out and start recording some hoopla when it starts going down. Because if you watch the video that I posted, the kid didn't start getting real uppity until he looked over and noticed everybody was videotaping it. And then he started acting like, he was acting like a bastard before, but then when he noticed he was being videotaped, he turned into Jumbo Bastard. And I just, when I was a kid, and I've said this a million times, and it probably sounds like a broken record, and I don't care, because I'm going to say it anyway. When I was a kid, you had a healthy amount of fear for your elders, for your teachers, and back in those days, our parents sided with the teachers. If you got out of line, honey, and they called and said, Miss Fields, she at it again. Well, honey, Miss Fields whipped my ass when I got home. No ifs, ands, or buts. Pun intended. It wasn't about, well, now, don't you be saying that my little precious did something wrong, because our parents knew better. They were like, yep, she probably did do it, and I'll bust her ass when she gets home. Thanks for calling. Nowadays, these parents don't want to take any responsibility because they think their kid is always in the right. Well, guess what? Your kid always is not in the right. Sometimes your kid's a little asshole. And guess what? If you have the mentality that your child is always right and does no wrong, then you're part of that child's problem. Because you're overindulging the child. You're making the child feel and believe that, well, honey, I shit golden Easter eggs. And that's a dangerous thing to do to a kid because you're giving them a very skewed view of the world. You're giving them a very skewed sense of entitlement that, quite frankly, isn't good for anybody. True that. True that. So, I never had children. We all know this, and I hate the fact that I never had children. But, okay, Puffs Cool Touch, while fabulous for your nose, not good to clean your glasses with. Yeah, horse shit. That's semi-smeared. I can live with it. Where was I? Couldn't tell you. Anyway, kids. If I had kids. Yeah, I regret not having the children. But, in a way, if I had, my God, I either would have been so protective. I would have had my children would have been neurotic. Because they would have been afraid to get dirty. They would have been afraid to talk back. Ooh. And, honestly, I don't believe in the whole spanking, hitting kids. I really don't. But my God, you watch some of these videos, that's the first thing you think. Bust that kid's ass. So, but, to me, once they get that old, once they're 16, 17 years old, honey, the damage is already done. What you gonna do? How you gonna wrangle that back in? Do you know what I'm saying? That's like the dam's already broken, and here you are trying to put up little bricks trying to stop it. It ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. So, All right. Anywho, that's all I have to say about that. Now, I'm going to go to the doctor, get my thyroid checked. If she has to poke me or stick me with needles or anything else, she best have some lollipops or some candies or something um, for me if I get upset. Because that's what you're supposed to do when the children get upset at the doctor's office, is give them candy. Or is it if they're good, give them candy? I should get candy either way. That's the way I look at it. So, anyway, y'all have a good day, and I will talk with you later.